Now let's go over the exact meals to eat. So here's a few rules to maximize your gains. We want carbs before our workout, in the middle of our workout, and also after our workout. We want protein around the clock, as early as possible in the day and as late as possible in the day. And then we want fats away from our training, so as long away from our training as possible. That's the general rule, and now I'll break it down for you in the exact meals to eat. So let's go over the three most important meals, which is pre-workout, which is what we eat before the training session, maybe about an hour before we go to the gym. Intra workout, which is what we eat inside of the gym, like literally in the middle of the fucking gym. We're gonna have our knife and fork. No, we're gonna like ingest something in the middle of the gym, and then post-workout meal, which we'll eat within an hour of finishing the gym. The pre-workout meal, what do you think we want in this? We want carbs because it's going to give us the energy to perform well. We want protein, so we've activated the muscle protein synthesis, and basically the moment we do a hard set, we're already making muscle from that. And we want basically zero fats in this. The reason why we want no fats around our training is because fats slow your digestion. That's a pretty good thing, that's a healthy thing, but we don't want it before our training because we actually want like a fast digestive system, so we're not going to have any fats. So we're just going to have carbs and protein before the gym. What could our meals look like? We could have a bowl of oats with protein powder, honey, and berries. It's just carbs and protein. That's a great meal right there. We could have chicken breast, which is a protein, but it doesn't have basically any fat. So it's a low fat, lean protein with some white rice and some potatoes. So it's protein and carbs. We might have some non-fatty fish like, I forgot which one's like non-fatty, but like we wouldn't have like salmon or anything, but you know, some lean cuts of fish, lean cuts of chicken, those meats which don't have much fat in, because we're going to save our fats for later. We don't want to have slow digestion right now, with a carb source with it as well. I would even suggest to not even have fiber in this meal, so like vegetables, just because we don't want extra bloat in our stomach right now. We want to have this least amount of food which hits our goals. So the perfect meal, I would tell you, before you go to the gym could be like oats, a banana inside the oats, honey all over, maybe some berries, maybe some other carbs you can think of as well inside of the oats. Loads of honey as well would be awesome. And then a scoop of whey protein powder. That would be the perfect meal to have before the gym. And also, if you want to have like more savory food, I'd have the chicken breast and white rice. Done. And then the interim workout. What are we going to have in the middle of our workout? This is going to sound crazy, but I promise this is like scientifically based. We just want to have carbs inside of this, sugars. We want basically sugars which are fast acting, that can bump up our glucose, like a glycogen, to give us energy. The form that we're going to have this in is probably nothing that we're actually going to eat. Like imagine being in the middle of the gym, you bring out some fucking rice or something. It's a bit impractical. But this is where sports drinks can come in handy. So if you go to the store beforehand and you get a drink which has got some carbs, some sugars in, that can be valuable. The only problem with that is a lot of that has got like cancerous bullshit in. But if you can get one which doesn't have much and it's just like a sugary, like a fruit juice, for example, that can actually be perfect for you to have in the middle of a workout. I know tons of bodybuilders who will literally bring sweets to their workout. Like I met this girl in a CrossFit gym here, high performing girls, fucking competitive athlete. And in the middle of her squat session, she would bring sweeties, like in a little fucking candy with her. And I knew why she did that. It's like, it's genuinely like a productive thing. When this is like the biggest part of your life and you're not really trying to be like a health maxing guy right now, you're just trying to get bigger fucking lifts and stronger in the gym and make more muscle. It actually makes sense for you to bring some kind of like sugary thing to the gym. I would recommend to not have anything that you actually eat, like, you know, sweets, just because you're like grabbing it with your dirty fingers from the gym and everything. So I think the easiest thing is to just have some kind of sports drink with you. Just be careful of the ingredients because a lot of them do have so much bullshit in. There is some supplements you can have. Like basically I have this one here, which is a kind of like an electrolyte drink, but it also has the perfect kind of carb mixture. Once you've got money, it becomes easy as fuck to get like a scientifically optimized intro workout drink. For now, when you don't have that much money, bro, you go to the store, go get yourself like a Lucozade Sport or that kind of thing, which is like a fruity juice or something, and it'll have like 20 grams of sugar inside. That makes sense. You can skip this if you want, because this is just pure fucking sugar. You can skip this and I would understand. But if you're really trying to maximize your gains, it makes sense to have some kind of sporty drink. In the gyms here in Bali, they all have some kind of like electrolyte hydration drink with like some juice inside. They've got like orange juice, electrolyte, they've got like watermelon drink, whatever. So when I go to the gym, I always will have one of them with me, like a watermelon juice drink. It's got like 20 grams of sugar. Here there's like a craze for like natural shit, so it doesn't have like any of the random bullshit inside of the one that you'll get from the store. And then for the post-workout meal, so imagine we've just finished lifting, the post-workout meal, we actually want exactly the same meal as before. It doesn't actually need to be exactly the same, but the principles are the same, where it's just carbs and protein. The reason why is because protein, so that the muscle synthesis starts, basically it turns on the ability to make muscle. And also the carbs will replenish our glycogen stores. Basically the carbs will kind of like replenish the energy that we've just used inside of the workout, which means that for the rest of the day we'll feel good as well, and our body's in like a state of like actually utilizing that energy from the carbs. So that's what we want before the workout, in the middle of the workout, after the workout. Those 3 meals are the most important in your journey of building an aesthetic body. Outside of those meals, that's where the fats come in. So that's where, for example, outside of those meals is where I would have things like eggs and beef, because those things are really healthy. That's like so good for your testosterone levels. You just don't want to have that around the workout because it's basically more bloat in your stomach, which isn't really going to help you in the workout. In fact, it might actually kind of like make the workout worse because fats, like I said, they slow the digestion down. You want fast acting carbs. You want protein to just be fucking moving through your bloodstream. Fats will slow that shit down, which is usually healthy, but not for like the bodybuilder goal. So away from your training, not in your pre-workout meal or even your post-workout meal, maybe the meal you have just before bedtime, maybe the meal you have first thing in the morning, that's when you want the fats, and I would really recommend just have beef and eggs. So for example, the meal I have almost every day, I have a fuck ton of butter and I have maybe about 4 to 6 eggs scrambled. Maybe sometimes I have some halloumi cheese, some avocado. I have like a very high fat, like a fucking big boner type of meal. And maybe you'll have some like beef, like we've got beef here and stuff that I have like in the morning time. Like that, there'll be bits of beef and shit. That's fine. If you have that away from your meal, that's awesome. The other rule was to have protein around the clock. So this is something that I haven't really seen many bodybuilders do or many new age fitness influencers do, but I think it's such a good tactic. When I was in that season last year, like that was like the last time I really was hard on my fitness journey. This is what I would do to maximize gains. I would wake up, and one of the first things I'd do, the moment you wake up, you brush your teeth quickly, I would go straight down to the kitchen and I would make a protein shake with whey protein. I had like this grass-fed, natural, unflavored whey protein where the only ingredient was whey protein. You can get, like, most likely you've got some cancer one with like a fucking bunch of ingredients, whatever, but like I would recommend just get that one, which has just got no other ingredients instead of whey. I would have that first thing in the morning. The reason why is because when you wake up, there's been about 8 to 10 hours, like, since you slept and you last ate, where you had protein. And what we want with protein is we want to have it pretty evenly around the clock to like maximize our gains. And whey protein, that whey is like a type of protein that basically is like very fast. So the moment you wake up, if you have that, you've basically turned on the ability to make muscle because it was kind of turned off because you had no protein in you because it was like 10 hours since you last had protein. Then I would add protein through the day. Like, for example, the 30 grams of protein in my meal, which has got eggs and whatever, the pre-workout meal, which has got protein, the post-workout meal that's got protein. But here's a special tip to help you make more gains. I really want you to invest in this. I got casein protein. Casein is a different type of protein where basically it's like a slow releasing protein. I got that and I would have it at nighttime before I would go to bed. So I'd have 1 scoop. That was 30 grams of protein, but since it was casein, not whey, basically it has like the sort of ability to make you muscle longer. So I would have that just before going to sleep. So it was like this weird hack of like, okay, you have fast protein the moment you wake up because you want to turn on the ability to make protein fast. But before you go to sleep, I would have this slow acting protein before I'd go to bed because that would keep on my sort of muscle activation through the night longer. This sounds like bro science. It's actually not. This is like legit science. So that's like the special tip that I had with protein is we're going to be eating our meals and our meals will have some protein through the day, which is awesome. But if you can just go and eat something right away that's got protein, so just like a little whey shake is the fastest thing you can make. You don't even have to wait for the 5 minutes for the eggs to cook or anything like that, whatever. You can get it. I would literally make it within like 2 minutes of waking up. I would put water in a blender, put 1 scoop of whey, blend it for literally 5 seconds, and then just fucking chug it down. Within 3 minutes of waking up, I've already got 30 grams of protein starting to like turn on the muscle activation. And then usually at like 7 p.m. or something, I would go make a casein shake. The same thing. I'd go to the kitchen, get the blender, I'd put in a small amount of water, nothing crazy because I didn't want to be pissing it at nighttime, and then just put in a scoop of casein protein, down that, and then just go get ready for bed after that. Now, one important tip that I want to give you is to weigh and track everything that you eat. So if you've already been in the fitness journey for a while, you know what I'm about to say, but like if you're new to this, what bodybuilders do, which is what I want you to do, is to get a scale, like a kitchen scale. So you can go on Amazon and search for kitchen scale, and you'll start to weigh everything you eat. So for example, you'll get a bowl, put it on the kitchen scale, reset it to 0. Then you'll weigh, okay, how much rice did I cook this time? Okay, 200 grams. You'll go onto your phone on MyFitnessPal and you'll track it in there. Oh, white rice, 200 grams. Okay, how much does this chicken breast weigh? You put it in there. Okay, the chicken breast is 175 grams cooked. Okay, I'll put that in there. Okay, that was 60 grams of protein, whatever. We want to do this because otherwise you don't really know how much you're eating. It's actually pretty crazy. No one really knows how much they're eating. People just blindly just kind of eat, what's been served to them. They don't actually log it anywhere. You will have the most consistent gains of your life when you log everything on one of these apps. I promise you, I've done so many different diets, different mindsets with training and dieting. I've done all these, all this extra bullshit, bro. And I'm telling you right now, the only times I consistently hit my goals when it comes to weightlifting and with the dieting is when I track everything. And I want you to think about something. I have weighed and tracked basically everything I've ate for about 10 years straight. I still am not accurate when I guess how much I've ate. Basically, you are not going to be good at randomly just intuitively eating and guessing if you're at the right amount of calories for you to like hit your goal of calorie surplus of 200 calories or to gain weight or to lose weight, whatever. All that to say, we as humans, we're just shit at guessing how much we've ate. So having it logged somewhere, writing it down on one of these apps is absolutely crucial. So there's two methods you can do with this. Number one, you get one of these apps ready on your phone, like MyFitnessPal, MacroFactor, whatever, and every little thing you eat, you put it on there. So you have a coffee, it's got some milk inside or whatever, you search for it, latte, okay, 100 calories. Damn, that's quite a lot actually. You put that in. You have, your mom makes you some food before you eat it, you get your kitchen scale like a fucking psycho, and you weigh out every fucking rice, okay, you put on the chicken, okay, so 170 grams of rice, put that in, 200 grams of steak, okay, put that in. Sounds crazy, but honestly, genuinely, I promise you, you'll do it a few days and you'll realize, oh yeah, it takes 10 minutes. It's actually nothing crazy. And the beautiful thing is, once you've tracked everything, it's just so clean, it's there. It's you get this comfortable thing of I'm gonna hit my goal. My goal is to gain weight. I'm going to gain weight today because I tracked it like that. If your goal is to lose weight, you will undeniably lose weight because you tracked it, which is fucking sick. Do that every day for the rest of your life. The other tactic is, which is a little bit easier, weigh what you're eating once and then eat the exact same thing every day. If you're someone who that feels realistic for, you can genuinely eat the exact same thing every single day, eat the same thing at the same time, the same meal, exactly the same every single day, then by all means, you don't really need to weigh and track of, another day of eating this. You don't have to weigh every single day because you're eating the same things. So that's actually what I prefer most days is I make way better gains when I eat the same meals at the same time every day. I find that variance of choosing what I want to eat kind of destroys a bit of my progress. So when I get into my fitness seasons, I will have the exact same meals at the same time every day, and I usually will track it once, just roughly to see, okay, that hits my goals, and then I'll just I won't track from there. I'll just eat the same meals every day, and that's my sort of active discipline. Is no, I've got my fourth meal of the day. I crave something else, but I'm nope, this is the meal that I'm just gonna eat. That's the way for you to get such consistent gains. If you want to gain a pound a week, you'll notice your weight goes up by a pound a week, and it's so beautiful to see that level of consistent regularity. So you need to decide which strategy you'll use, because I promise you, you're going to regret not using one of these strategies. If you're thinking to yourself this sounds like a bit more work, I don't really want to do it, I'll just kind of guess, I'll just eat what I want, whatever, I guarantee you'll regret it a few months from now when you'll be thinking oh man, my goal was to gain 4 pounds by now and I've actually lost weight, or my goal was to lose weight and I've actually gained weight, or I've maintained, or whatever. So I urge you, Get one of those apps, MyFitnessPal, MacroFactor, and track everything you eat. It's a bit of a skill. At first, it feels kind of hard. You're not sure, wait, should I track this thing or this thing? You know, it's tough at first. But you get into the hang of it after like using it for a few weeks. You learn the nuances of the apps and whatever. It's like a skill. So don't get like pissed off immediately. But I really recommend you do either one of those things. Either you're just one of those app guys who just everything you eat, you put it in there, because this allows you variance. If you want to go out to a restaurant, you put it in there. If you want to go and eat some random thing that you bought from the store, you put it in there. If you're someone who like, you know, you no way that you would be able to eat the same things every day. I'm one of those guys. I actually like eating the same thing every day. I actually enjoy it more than eating different things. So for me, I don't really track it every day anymore because I just eat the same things. But for you, it might be different. The final part of the meals is like, what supplements should you take? And the answer is so easy. You should take creatine every single day for the rest of your life. Just trust me on this, don't question it. There's a supplement called creatine. Go onto Amazon and go search for it and go buy one, which has got like pretty good reviews, whatever, and then just take 5 grams of it, which is usually 1 scoop, every single day up until you die. Like literally just don't fucking question it, don't cycle it, don't do anything. Take 5 grams of this supplement every single day till the rest of your life, basically. It's a wonderful supplement which will literally make you stronger, get you more gains in the gym. It will save you from head trauma if you're ever in a car crash. It's literally like a fucking like fairy tale of a supplement. Go and buy it. It's fucking cheap as fuck. Don't you fucking Jew out on this right now. It's literally $10 for like 6 months worth or some shit like that. Just, I don't know, like usually the bag's like $10 and it'll last you fucking months basically. Don't be a fucking Jew and try and save money. I promise you, this supplement is 100% worth it for 100% of human beings. Should I take it if I'm young? Yes. Should I take it if I'm black? Yes. Just shut the fuck up and buy this supplement. Fucking trust me when I say it's literally free gains. It's fucking insane. Each scoop will cost you a few pennies, and it's literally like such a powerful supplement for such a low price. It's the world's most researched supplement. Doesn't matter from which company, just buy creatine and shut the fuck up and just take it every single day for the rest of your life. Don't ask any more questions, just take it every single day for the rest of your life. 100% of human beings should be taking this supplement. It's fucking insane of how like, it's not like a, you know, like a fucking steroid or whatever. It's, oh, I'm gonna be massive. It's just fucking, it's like, it's literally, there's no side effects. You just fucking take it, shut the fuck up. Just 5 grams of creatine every single day for the rest of your life. 100% of the guys watching this should take this. Next supplement on the list is vitamin D, and most guys should be taking this. We get vitamin D from the sunlight, but the problem is most people don't actually get that much direct sunlight these days because we're all just sat inside like fucking losers. And if you're someone who works out in the fields or some shit, yeah, sure, you probably don't need it. But for most people, we're actually not outside as much as we think we are. You might commute, but when you're in your car, you don't actually get the vitamin D from the sunlight. You might like in a walk from your car to the office or from school and you're outside in the sun for like 3 minutes, but other than that, you're basically indoors. So I suggest supplementing with vitamin D about 5 to 10,000 IU per day. I take about 20,000 IU per day because I have a pretty high tolerance to it, and I've got my blood tested a bunch of times. Vitamin D will actually increase your testosterone as well, and there was even interesting studies where when people got vitamin D, they were more romantic and they had more sex in their relationship. So it's literally like directly increases libido and everything. Basically, if you don't get sunlight, you just live in like a fucking weird hermit, subhuman creature. So take vitamin D. If you spend hours, I'm talking shirtless, bald, fucking dick out in the sun, you don't need to take it. But basically 0% of the people who are watching this are living like the sort of farmer lifestyle. Don't bullshit yourself. It's a super cheap supplement. Fucking buy it. Shut the fuck up. Just fucking take it. Those are the 2 supplements where I'll literally just shout at you and just be like, bro, you have to be retarded to not take creatine and vitamin D. You have to have like a fucking mental disability to not see the value in them. Other supplements like whey protein, casein, it's like that's arguable. If you say like, oh Hamza, I don't really want to buy whey or casein because I eat a ton of meat, then I'm like, okay, fair enough. You don't actually need to buy like the protein powders or anything. You don't need to buy them. But creatine and vitamin D, they're so cheap and they've got such a powerful benefit. It's like just turn your fucking brain off and just buy them and supplement with them every single day for the rest of your life. The other one is caffeine, and I very much recommend that you take that. I've got a bunch of friends who don't really take caffeine, so it's fine. It's like hit and miss for people. I personally like it. So the way that you can have it is with energy drinks, with pre-workouts if you want to take them. I actually like them. You might not think someone like me would because it's like it's like a cancer type of risk or whatever. But I just I think it adds to the fun of a session. You can also go online and buy caffeine pills. So if you go on Amazon, you can get just direct caffeine pills. So it'll be usually like 200 milligrams, just like a paracetamol pill basically that you swallow. But the difference is like you don't have to down like a bunch of fucking coffee or some cancerous fucking pre-workout. When I take a caffeine pill, I never get as good of a sort of buzz as compared to the pre-workout, of course, because the pre-workout's got way other things. But it's like a way cleaner, like natural version. So if you want to take a caffeine pill instead of a pre-workout, go ahead and do that as well. 2 other supplements that come to mind, which are not necessary, but if you really want to max out your testosterone, which can help you make more muscle: Tongkat Ali and zinc.